If you remember, 2 weeks ago, we brought you a special edition of Veterans Voices with Marine Corporal Shawn Beckwith of Toronto. He's still active duty and serves as a body bearer at Marine funerals each day. Perhaps no one is more proud of his accomplishments than his dad, Shawn, a retired Marine who spent 15 years in the service. This is his story in his own words.
I had never thought about going into the military.
What was never a thought quickly became a career for retired Marine Shawn Beckwith.
One day I was walking down the road. From the store, and a recruiter pulled up beside me in a government vehicle and asked me if I ever thought about joining the Marine Corps, and I said no, and he's like, would you think about it? And I said sure.
Beckwith was still in high school at the time, but went to boot camp after graduating.
They really taught me the team mentality. There was no I.
From there, he was assigned to Camp Lejeune in North Carolina.
That's all I did. I was the lowest ranked, one of the lowest ranks in there. It goes private PFC, so I got all the paperwork that was going through and everything.
After 2 years, Beckwith continued to Washington, D.C. to work as a retirement clerk, receiving a promotion to corporal. Then he moved closer to home to a recruiting station in Cleveland.
I met a lot of good Marines up there. We got to process a lot. I got to see how the applicants come in and get processed and everything.
Beckwith said this was one of his favorite duty stations, and also one that came with some practical jokes.
I remember taking my baby's dirty diapers and sticking them in my master sergeant's locker. He couldn't figure out where the smell or anything was coming from or what was going on.
After a promotion to sergeant, Beckwith was stationed in New River, North Carolina, where he continued to move up the ranks.
It was just a really great moment to get pinned on as staff sergeant while I was there.
He also spent time in Quantico, Virginia and Montgomery, Alabama, which is where he retired in 2013. And through almost all the moves, Beckwith's family was with him.
It's a really good experience for him because they got to see different parts. You know, they got to meet a lot of different people. I mean, we had people in and out. We constantly had a lot of friends. I think that they liked it. They don't regret it, I don't think.
Including his wife.
I'm just really appreciative of my wife and how she's raised our family and raised the kids and everything like that. I couldn't have did it without her.
And his son Jesse, who is in the middle of his own career in the Marines.
And it's kind of interesting that my first duty station was Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. His first duty station was Camp Lejeune. My second was the barracks at 8th and I, and that's where he's at now. That's his second duty station. So he's kind of following along where I went.
Shawn has so many stories that he shared with us from each of his duty stations and about all his different jobs and promotions at each one. To hear more about his career and about his relationship with his son Jesse, you can check out a web extra on our website, WTRF.com.